My son doesn't think that he is good enough. Good morning. This is a question I got from a friend of mine whose son is applying to Harvard for his university. So she asked me to look at her son's application and the essay to help him with that. What she wanted to know was not about how good her son was, but to just give her son a kind of assurance that he is good enough, because from what she told me, her son was in so many kinds of clubs, president of something. He founded a non-profit to help people. He did a lot of things, okay? So she believed in her son that he is good, but her son didn't believe in himself, right? So that's why she asked me to kind of, because I am also graduated from Harvard, and then she knew that, she just asked me to look at her son's application and essay to see if is what she thinks it is, and most importantly to kind of reassure her son that he's good, he is ready, and don't worry too much about that. And even if he is not going to Harvard, it doesn't mean that he's not good, right? So I looked at his essay, and it was great. The essay was great. I have nothing to really change anything about the essay, but I have a sense that I should convince him that he's good, he's in good hand, and he's going places with his talent, right? So it kind of brings me back to everybody's problem about not being good enough. And I want to ask ourselves, where does that belief come from, and how the Buddha's teaching, the Buddha's wisdom can help us to tackle that. Even within the Buddhist community that I'm teaching here, they don't believe that they can become Buddha or become something great. One of the friends that I talked sometimes here, she said, people here talk a lot about suffering. I don't like it. So today we may try to explore a little bit about why do we have that sense of not good enough, and how we can provide a Buddhist antidote to that problem. And it is a problem for many of us, because we think that we are not good enough for many things, right? So first of all, where does that come from? Where do we have that belief? And belief is a set of thoughts that repeating over and over and over, and that is a belief. We think about one thing for many times, and it become a belief, right? So suppose you are grown up in a Buddhist family. Your parents talk about Buddhism when you're growing up, and then you go to temple, you practice different Buddhist rituals. So you believe in Buddhism, and that is your belief. Okay, if you grow up in a Christian family, maybe you would be influenced by Christian practices and rituals. and going to church, going to mass, all kinds of things. So you believe in Christianity, right? And believe that you are not good enough is also the same thing. You listen to that thought from yourself and from other people, from your school, from your parents, from your friends, from your brothers and sisters, and you believe in them, and then you're stuck with that belief. And then sometimes you have great opportunity to get out of that belief. You don't take it because you think that you're not good enough for that opportunity. Okay, and that happened to many of us. Even though the opportunity is right there, but we don't take it because our own belief tells us that we are not good enough for that. We don't deserve that, right? So we are stuck. And not only we suffer because of that belief, we pass it down to our children. Maybe sometimes you say, you're not good enough, you should try harder. Maybe you say that unintentionally, but that affects your children or the people you say it to. Okay, so we know that where this one comes from, and now we can find a way to overcome this and transform this. This is a kind of limiting belief, right? It limits our potential, or even it kind of cover our potential, that we don't even see our potential. We just believe in the limiting belief that we have, and we cherish it like something precious. It's safe to have that belief because you don't have to try different things, right? And even in Buddhist communities, Buddhist practitioners, many of us believe that we have so many defilements, so many afflictions, so many bad karmas, so we don't deserve to be happy, we don't deserve to become an enlightened person, we don't deserve to be treated compassionately from other people. That is a kind of belief. And I think there is some truth in my friend saying that Buddhists talk about suffering a lot, right? It's as if we are doomed by our suffering. And I think that is not what the Buddha intended to do when he said life is dukkha. And dukkha is not suffering. Dukkha is a sense of never being satisfied. If you have a sense of being not being satisfied, you are having dukkha, or you experience dukkha. That is the word dukkha means. And dukkha is not suffering. Okay? So if you are happy with who you are, what you have, you don't have dukkha. If you are not happy with what you have, even though you have a lot, if you want to have more and don't have what you want, that's dukkha. Okay? So Buddhism doesn't talk about suffering. The Buddha teaches about dukkha, which is there is always a sense of unsatisfactoriness that we as human have. But there are two more things that he said. He said there's a state that there's no dukkha, and there's a way you can get there. He didn't stop at dukkha, right? He didn't stop at that sense. So he gives us a way out, because we emphasize too much about suffering, and then we forget about the other two. There's a sense of fulfillment, okay, that the Buddha shows us. And if we follow his teaching, or we practice his teaching, we will overcome that sense of being lack. Because if we have the sense of always being lack, then we'll never be fulfilled, right? And that kind of reinforces our belief of not being good enough. So now, let's change the way we see dukkha. We acknowledge that we have this sense of not always fulfilled, but if we generate gratitude for what we have, for who we are, then there's no way you can feel lack. And when you're not in the lack feeling, then you're good. You have enough what you want. You are enough. Because it's impossible to feel lack when you feel fulfilled. When you don't want anything else anymore, then you will never feel lack. Even when you say, I'm searching for the Buddha because I don't have the Buddha already, that's the sense of lack. The Buddha said, don't search for me in form. Don't look for me in his historical figure 2600 years ago. I'm not there. Okay? So when we stop looking and acknowledge that the Buddha is in us, that compassion, that wisdom is already in us, that we already have peace, that we already have happiness, and we are grateful for that, then we are enough. We don't have to go and look for outside anymore, because there is nothing outside to be looked for. Because if we keep looking, then the Buddha keep going. Because He's there. He's already there. He's within us. We are enough. If we stop looking, if we still have the sense of looking, then we never enough. That's common sense. When you feel that you are enough, the lack goes away. And that's the beauty of it. And many of us misunderstand his teaching about dukkha because we are keep looking for outside, and we are not looking from the inside, which is already there. So you see, now we explore the sense of not being good enough, which is something from outside imposed upon us, and then we believe in that. But if we stop looking, if we acknowledge that the Buddha is already here, I am already enough, I have enough what I want, I don't want to look for things outside, then there is no need for external things. Returning to young people who are thinking that they have, they're not enough, they're not good, they're not happy, they don't deserve good things, they don't deserve happiness. It's okay to have these kind of thoughts, but don't let these thoughts lead your life, because it will lead you to nowhere. It doesn't mean that we have to be like passive, don't try for anything. You can try for whatever you want, but keep in mind that you try because you want to have this have the feeling of achieving something, and be grateful when you're trying, because you are empowered to try. You have the means to try, you have energy, you have time to try for different things. You can plan for many things, okay, and be grateful for that. It's not that I don't have it, so I should try. you have it already. You have that emotion of having it already. Now you just get it. You just bring it out. You just manifest it, right? So it is your mental state that the most important. Because if you still keep the I am not good enough, you will never be successful in anything. Because you already don't believe in you. How can the universe, how can other people believe in you and give that to you, right? You have to believe in you first. You have to believe that I am good enough. And then from that point of view, from that state of mind, I will try, I will do whatever I have to do to get where I want to go. So that is the antidote for not being good enough. It's not hard. It's just a perspective in you, you know. You have this limiting belief. You exploit. You say that it doesn't have any foundation. It doesn't have any ground. It isn't you. It's just a bunch of thoughts that you listened, you heard, and then you took it. Now you let it go. Okay, I'm good enough. And from this state of mind, I will try to get what I want. I'm good enough. I have enough. I am grateful for these things, and I can do more. There's nothing conflicting about that. As for Buddhist practitioners, you have the Buddha in you. You have the energy of the Tathagata in you. You have compassion. You have wisdom in you already. You already have it. You already possess all those qualities. The only thing you now have to do is manifest it. You just manifest it. How a compassionate person talk, walk, think, feel. How an intelligent person with wisdom act, walk, think, and feel. You do that. That is how you manifest. You cannot get it from outside. You have to manifest it from the inside because it's already in there. The source, the inner source is already in. Now you have to just manifest it. That is the only way you believe in yourself. From that, you dismantle those limiting beliefs. Yet, you may have some afflictions, you may have some defilements like everybody does. Nobody is perfect, but don't focus on those. Those are just seeds, okay? Don't water them. Water wisdom, water compassion, water love, water kindness. That is what you should practice. That is what you should focus. You have to have an abundant mindset. You already have it, now you manifest it. Don't say that, oh, I'm short-tempered, so I should act angrily to anyone I meet. That's nonsense. That's just an excuse to be angry as everybody else. And you know who suffer? You will suffer because of your anger. It's like burning something and hold that in your hand. You are the one who will suffer. So instead of saying that, you say, oh, I am a compassionate and kind person, so I should act, think, feel like it. That is how you overcome your affliction, your defilements, and be a better version, and be a Buddha, be a Bodhisattva, be an enlightened person that you are trying to be. So this is the antidote for thinking that you're not good enough. This is the Buddhist wisdom. This is the Buddha's teaching for overcoming the sense of not good enough, because it is just a belief, and all it takes is for you to manifest the version that you want to be. That version is already in you. Just manifest it. Thank you for listening and have a good day. Don't forget your smile.